Good morning. Happy Friday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to buy Brent Gove a couple of minutes because he was frantically texting me this morning that he had locked himself out of the office. He's getting all settled in. But, guys, I hope you are ready for today. Like, I have had the pleasure to become friends. He's a mentor of mine. What this man has built, Brent Gove is a real estate veteran of almost 30 years in the industry now. He has sold over 5,000 homes in his lifetime. At one point, he was the number one REMAX in all of California, the number 11 in all of the world, a superstar at Keller Williams. Like, I could list, like, just keep going on and on and on. And I am so grateful to have him join us on the call this morning. Brent Gove, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing awesome, my brother Larry. I got in my office, so I'm super excited, man. Good to see you.
Absolutely. It's great to see you. So we have, I don't know, like we're approaching 70 people now from across the country here, leaders, producers of all walks of life. And we're like, because I value your time so much, generally we do some recaps and stuff. I just want to get into it with you because I want to take advantage of every minute that we have with you guys, with you here right now. And so, like, let's talk about give everybody some background on kind of your journey. How did you end up here? And like, give us a little background on yourself.
Oh, I like this. I get to warm up a little. It's my first cup of coffee. It's 8 a.m. out here in Northern California. I race to the office. I get here. I come in. I'm locked out of the building. That's my actual office behind me. I don't even have a key or a fob. That's how I live my life, man. This is typical. I said, I probably need a key to my own office. I've been here for 2 years. It's time. Anyway,
Good stuff.
I got in real estate 30 years ago. Friend said, "Hey, you'd be great at this. You're personable. You're motivated. You do great." I'm like, "Can you make any money?" He goes, "Yeah, you get 3%." I go, "Well, what do homes cost?" He's like, "They're 100 grand, and in California, they're expensive. They're 100 grand." He lied. They were all 55 and 65,000 a house. There were no $100,000 homes. I did not sell a $100,000 home for 2 years. Anyways, yes, I'm old. Anyway, so I was getting 3% of 55 grand, but he sold me this package of lies called real estate. It's 100 grand, you get 3%, it's $3,000. Oh, but the broker gets half. You get 1,500 bucks every time you sell out. I could, dang, I could buy some groceries with that. I could bring home the bacon. Let's go. You think I could sell a home month? I think you can sell a home month. So I got in to make 1,500 bucks a month. That is why I got in real estate 30 years ago. I was 29 years old. I just gone bankrupt. I was freaking desperate. And I'm talking gas and groceries sounded good to me. I'll sell a home. I did not sell a home a month. I sold a home every other month. I made 750 a month. I sucked. It's
Wow.
terrible. I wasn't committed. Like you guys, I had one foot in revenue share. I had one foot in agent attraction and one foot out, and I sucked. I was terrible. I got paid like a hobby, and hobbies cost you money. And so, and the good news is, Larry, the next 12 months after my first 6 months of failure, I said, forget this. I'm going all in. And I didn't even do great. I didn't know what I was doing. I worked with a small little office out of Fair Oaks. Nobody knew what they were doing. I sold 18 homes. The next year, 28. The next year, 48. It was 1999. I made $393,000. And then 5 years later, I became the number one REMAX agent in California. I sold 418 homes because I listen and I'm a doer and I'm a King Kong. I'm going to do stuff. So that's my story with REMAX. And I just copied people. I didn't think of anything. I literally invented nothing. They said, do this. And I said, okay. And I freaking did it and it worked. Wow. Anyways, back to you, Larry. Long answer.
All right. So that takes us to Remax, right? And then like I'm sure everybody was trying to recruit you at that time, right? And
No,
so
no, no. They're all afraid to recruit the big agents. Nobody tried to recruit me. Nobody.
really? Oh
Oh
my
yeah,
God.
nobody. I never even got a call from a recruiter. I didn't even know there was such a thing.
Really? So how did you end up over at Keller Williams?
So, from time to time for like 10 years, people would say, "Oh, you should come to Keller Williams. You should come to Keller Williams." I go, "I'm sure it's great, but I'm selling 400 plus homes a year. I'm the number one REMAX agent in California. I get all these awards. They love me. I love them. Why the hell would I leave REMAX?" I'm sure you guys, I kind of saw them as Remax, Keller Williams. Keller Williams, very respectable. Remax, very respectable. Why would I leave? I mean, what for? I have no need of Keller Williams. And I'm sure all those people in their feelings are, oh, he told me no. He told me no. My gate wasn't open. Gene Frederick talks about your gate. If it's shut or open, says a me. Shut, open, timing. And what happened in 2008, the market crashed in California in 2005. Jeff Russell will tell you that. 2005, the lights went out. I think June of '05, I closed 55 homes in a month. I got paid 55 commission checks in a month, not a year, a month. We were on our way to sell 600 homes that year. And it was like, lights out, game over, game set, match. I got your king, checkmate. We all went bankrupt like quickly. Everyone, we're living hand to mouth, and it was like, wow. Within 6 months, I had 45 agent buyers agent team back in '05. 45 buyers agents. It was the largest team in the country. I love people. I like to gather people. Let's go play volleyball. Let's barbecue. Let's hang out. Let's do life. And people freaking like that. So make sure you guys are doing that. And I take them to Hawaii, take them to the Caribbean. That doesn't hurt either. Every year the team trip, and it's not expensive to go to the Caribbean. You get a cruise ship, you get one of them $499 for a week, or I know it costs more now, but anyways, it's still not that expensive if you look. And I just by 2008, I was beat up, and I was like, we are going down. I was losing 40, 50, 60,000 a month every month, not a year, a month, selling asset after asset after asset. And I was a victim of Zig Ziglar. Have a positive attitude. That guy's the worst. I'm kidding. I love Zig Ziglar. But so I have the positive attitude. It'll get better again. It didn't get better. It didn't freaking get better. Zig lied to me. He didn't lie to me, but it just went on. It went on. '05, '06, '07, '08, '09, '10, '11. I'm being freaking tormented. By '09, I meet with bankruptcy lawyers. How do I go bankrupt? They go, you make too much money. What do you mean make too much money? I can't buy groceries for my family. You make 288,000 a year. I go, I need like 650 to tread water around here with the house and the cars and stuff, and we're behind. Sorry, go home and do nothing for a year, and you can go bankrupt. I'm like, what? That's not an answer. And so I just suffered. And then in 2009, I went to Keller Williams because I was desperate. I went to I just said, I'll go check them out. And it was 100 times better than Remax. At least my experience as being the number one, there was no comparison. I thought they were here. It was Keller Williams was in the ether. And then I had almost 10 years there. Then I find EXP, and I'm like, I'm at the best company in the world. I got the corner office like I do now. There it is, nice, all the windows, big, gorgeous corner office, floor to ceiling windows. Life is good. I'm making great money. Why would anybody who's not at Keller Williams is a fool. If you're not at Keller Williams, you're a freaking fool. You have no idea. This company's so amazing, so powerful. All the training. Well, they have all that training. Yes, train, learn, grow, sharpen the axe, freaking step up. And so I went to the business planning clinics. I went to the, mastering prospecting. I went and I'm taking notes like my life depended on it, because it did. And it really helped get me through that hard time, because it did not change till April 2011. And then all of a sudden, light switch, market explodes. We write this like freaking King Arthur going into Camelot. We ride this wave of real estate for almost a decade. And then we had our last this is like my third market correction, actually fourth. I lived through it as a kid. My parents were real estate brokers. But I've been in this too shall pass. If you're suffering right now, there's this thing called the Bible. And after every plague, famine, pestilence, war, being taken into captivity, and it came to pass. It says it every time, not one time in the good book. And it came to stay forever, and you die. Yeah. So whatever you're going through right now, and I know you guys are going, I'm glad nobody's here. I'm a little crazy at the office. You look down that hallway. Yep, there's nobody there. All right. So anyways, and this is on 3 sips of coffee. You guys should catch me on a full cup. All right. So anyways,
I tell people that same message all the time. There is not one shitty situation you haven't made it through yet. Not one. You have made it through every situation so far, and you will continue to. How do you want to come out on that other side? Right? Yeah. Who do you want to be on that other side? Yeah. So you're riding this wave, right? You're flying high on KW at this point in time. Who reached out to you? Like, how the heck do you get going to a cloud-based made up company like Fugazi, right? It's like cryptocurrency, right? Like what is it? I don't know. Like we're going here though. We're investing in how did that even come into play?
Say the question one more time. My alarm went off on my phone and I got distracted. I apologize.
No, no worries at all. I was asking. So you're riding things high. KW is the best thing that you've ever seen, right?
Oh,
You have
okay.
community, you have this, you have that. Like, what took you away from that? Like, nobody recruits you because you're the top producer and stuff there, right? Nobody recruits you, nobody reaches out to you. Like, how did you get involved with EXP?
Yeah. So I'm at Keller Williams. I'm at the greatest company on the planet. My gate is shut. It's shut. But I get this phone call from Sheila Fairground, my sponsor. It's just, hey, Brent, I met you 2 years ago at this event. We met for like 30 seconds in the lobby. You ever met a speaker? I did. I met one yesterday. Jared James. You get him? You guys know Jared James?
Yes,
I met him
Jared's great.
yesterday. He was amazing. And I went up, shook his hand
Amazing.
off. I go, "Guy, you're great, man. You can hold your own with Tony Robbins and all these amazing, Ed Milet and John, you'd be great. John Maxwell, you got it." He said, "Well, thank you." And that was it. So it's kind of that moment with him. So I could call him in 2 years ago. Hey, I don't know if you remember me, but I met you in the Cotavadera Golf Club 2 years ago. He ain't not gonna remember me. The room was packed. But that's what she had that courage to do that. Some are like, well, they don't remember me. That's good because they're gonna feel like a heel for not remembering you. And then it creates empathy if they have any kind of heart. And it's not totally hard. I felt bad. She goes, "Do you remember me?" And I'm like, "Do it. Ask him." I may be all excited. "Do you remember me?" I'm like, you guys are like, "I can't call that Sotheby's agent, that agent from the agency, that Compass agent. I only met him like 7 years ago. Call him up all excited. I met you back then. We were at this thing and it was so big. Do you remember meeting me?" And they're going to go, uh. And you can start calling them because they may not remember you. It was the best thing that could have happened. I'm like, "I don't. I'm so sorry. I felt so bad. This woman was so sweet. But how can I help you?" Now my gates, walls are down. "You're an idiot. You're an
Whoa.
egomaniac. You don't remember this woman who was so excited to meet you. She could forget you for 7 years, in this case, 2 years." I'm like, "Whoa, what's up?" She goes, "Oh my gosh." She said, "Hey, I got this model called EXP. I know you've heard of it. Actually, I haven't." And she goes, "Can you tell me all about it?" By the way, I use the same line. I say, I do it all the time. "Hey, I get this, you know about EXP. You have to know about it." And now they go, "Oh, yeah, sure, I've heard of it." I go, "What do you really, really know about it at a deep level? Do you really understand it?" Most people go, "Not really. I've just heard my broker says it's a horrible company. My sales manager says they're a bunch of recruiters." The exact same thing everybody said about Keller Williams to the T. It's a pyramid. It's a cult. They drink the KW Kool-Aid. They're all a bunch of recruiters at Keller Williams. It didn't stop them from becoming the largest, most successful real estate company the world has ever seen. I hope they call us recruiters. I hope they call us crazy and kooks. That is a good thing because it's all they got. They're throwing rocks and bottles. It's like Iran. "We're going to get you." Yeah, really? How? You got nothing. Anyways, that's a whole other story. Oh, don't bring up Iran. Anyways, all right. So anyways, probably a bad analogy, but it actually does work. All right. So anyways,
Isn't it funny though? Like the manager that's telling these people is also a recruiter, right? Like the manager that they're talking to, that's like, "Oh, they're just a
yeah.
bunch of recruiters," is
Oh yeah,
actually
yeah,
a
that's
recruiter
what
for
they do.
that company.
They go, "You just stay there." It's like telling the one cow at the dairy farm, "Stay in your stall and let us milk you." 14 escrows, 28. "Oh, you're an icon agent at EXP. 28 sales here. Good job. Here's your icon badge." You're a fool. It's a fool's errand. The dumbest thing you can freaking do in your life is be an icon agent at EXP year after year after year. You're like a chicken at Foster Farms laying eggs. Stop it. And the manager's, "No, no, no, no. Just stay in production. If you recruit something, build something big and beautiful. That will never happen for you. You're not a recruiter. You're a producer. Don't let your production drop. It'll hurt your family." And they go, "Fear, fear, fear, fail, fail, fail." And that's what they did. That's what they, and then I'm telling you, that's exactly what happens. But you're going, "You know what? I think there's more to life than being in this stall in this little thing laying eggs. Don't let them milk you." And I don't think it's bad that EXP recognizes people for icon, but let me tell you what, the short game is icon. Getting the icon, I'm a 5-time icon. I run it for 14 years. I won the icon award. So how's your life? I'm exhausted. I sell 48 homes a year. I sell 90 homes a year. I met a guy. we had a meeting. He's joining EXP. He called, we had our meeting. You know where he was? The hospital emergency room.
Mm.
What are you doing there? We can call later. No, it's okay. I feel better. What was wrong? Well, my eye was twitching and my heart started tightening and I thought I was having a heart attack. And I go, man, you sound young. How old are you? He's 38.
Oh my goodness.
I go, how many hours you work a day? He goes, 18. I go, you don't take a day off, do you? He goes, I never take a day off. I work 7 days a week, 18 hours a day. I go, dude, you're a master of the short game, and it's put you in the emergency room at the hospital. He's having a sheer on anxiety, all this stuff. And so the
Mm.
short game is selling 2,800 homes a year. It's a fool's errand. Your ladder's going up a wall that leads to freaking nowhere. It leads to pain. I'm telling you, all these big players, they're at EXP want to build revenue share. And so revenue share is doable. The reason it probably hasn't happened for you in a big way is you've never treated it like a business. You don't have a business plan for revenue share. You don't have goals. You don't have daily tasks you have to do. Not maybe kind of short or should do. You freaking have to do it. And if you do it, it ain't magic. It is motion. It's math. Oh, it's not math. There's more to it. You have to have the right personality and you have to have EQ. And yes, I agree. But it's also math. It's
Mm.
also math. You better
Yeah.
do the numbers, and I'll give them to you. I'll tell you before we're done here. I'm going to tell you how to make 27,000 a month in revenue share in the next 4 months. How you could have your rev share check be 27,000 a month in 4 months, like me, because I'm telling you exactly what I did to do that. And you may go, I am not willing to do that. I'll do half that. Okay, 13,000 a month in 4 months. No, I'm not willing to do half of that even. I'll do a quarter of that. Okay, 4 or 5,000 a month in 4 months coming in to cover your mortgage payment and possibly even a couple car payments. Back to you, Larry. But I don't know if I answered your question, but
Yes, no, yes, yes, you are. And so that's perfect, right? I just wanted to catch people up. And so fast forward, when did you join EXP?
2017,
2017, right? And we were probably 2 to 3,000 agents worldwide.
1,200, 1,200.
1,200. Okay.
I didn't know this. The president of the company flew out to sign me up. I thought it was weird. I should have asked more questions. Why? Turns out I was the first $100 million production team to join EXP in the history of the company. Like, oh my God, there's a sucker out there. His name's Brent Gove. And people are like, well, are there any Century 21 agents here? Are there any Compass? I don't see EXP in town. I didn't see EXP in Sacramento. And like, are there any other $100 million teams? Are there any other luxury agents? I need to meet some, like, I didn't ask any of those questions. I looked at the plan. Revenue share and stock. I hated the stock. I did not like the stock. I wished it didn't exist because every stock I've ever bought went to zero. I'm the worst. Don't ask me for stock advice. They all go down. Whatever I buy, I bought XRP last summer at the height and it just went boom. It dropped, man. But okay, I'm getting it. It's at the top. If you know anything about XRP, I bought it in July. At the day it peaked is when I bought. Anyway, so I didn't like the stock. I like it now. It's cool, but I was all revenue share, baby. Revenue share. I've been decades of real estate, make lots of money, spend lots of money, have tax problems, pay off the tax bill. I have the scars to prove it. But that revenue share thing, man, I go, that might work. And I am a guy who tries the billboards, who tries the bus benches, who tries door knocking flyers, website optimization, whatever. I did it all. I tried things.
Yeah.
So, anyways, back to you, Larry. I don't know.
Okay. So you got in, you were pumped about this model, right? Like she just introduced you, like she showed you this model. It made a lot of financial sense and stuff to you. You saw the opportunity. How did you start? Like, how did you start building? Well, first, let's
Well,
fast forward. Where are you at in rev share today? Like,
all right. I'll answer that. So I'll tell you the story. So I'm going to tell you what I did. He's about to have you Tim start. This is really going to help you guys. And because this is crazy. I did what they told me to do. Told me to do. It's insane. You're like, well, I did what they told me to do. Well, maybe they didn't tell you the right thing. I'm going to tell you what works. Okay. I don't know. I've heard some goofy stuff that people tell people to do with the EXP right now. I'm like, that is crazy. And I'm like, that's the wrong thing to do. Anyway, so here's what happened. Well, okay. My first 10 days at EXP, I joined 10 days towards the end of the month. It was actually
yeah.
October 21st, 2016 is when I
Okay.
joined. So I say 17 because it was the end of 16. But Uh, for 10 days. We did a few sales, dumped them in. They closed in November. December 22nd, 2016 was my first revenue share check. It was $1,900 for 10 days. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. I was obviously making a lot more. And then the month of November, as our full 30 days, so we dumped in sales. We sponsored a few agents. Like I sponsored five. I sponsored five a month for 5 months. That's the recipe I'm going to teach you how to do. You need to sponsor five a month for 5 months, but they have to be raving lunatics about rev share. The buy box is rev share. If they like the stock, they're out. If they like our icon award, they're out. If they like our culture, we're out. If they like EXP, where the pros go to grow, they're freaking out. The reason you aren't making is you sign up new agents. If they're new, run like they have a like the horror movie and they have a butcher knife. Run 90% failure rate. You get 20 new agents, you're gonna answer questions of 20 new agents over the next year or two, and they will wear you out. And they have a 90% success rate, means you'll end up with 2 out of 20. And they're so busy selling real estate because they're new and they have to pay their bills, they don't recruit. You're like, I sponsored 20, it's not working. Buy box. They have to sell 10 homes a year. They have to have great energy and they have to have like bandwidth. They have to have hunger, fire, blood in their veins. They have to,
Yeah.
that's it. Like, how'd you do that? I'm going to teach you. You can do that. But you sponsor anybody. You're like the agent who goes, they go, you're selling 500, 600,000 homes. Like, I got this little cruddy lot over here. It's 110,000. Do you sell lots? I'm like, sure. And then someone else is next to me, hey, my grandma's selling her place and moving in with my sister, but she doesn't own the land. It's a mobile home park. It's a mobile home. It's really old. I think it's worth like 80 grand. You sell mobile homes? I guess I could, but you have no standards. You're like a guy who will date any girl. You're like a woman who will date any man. It's a bad idea. Motel 6 knows their clients. Holiday Inn knows theirs. The Marriott knows theirs. The Westin, the Four Seasons, the Ritz-Carltons knows theirs. Do you know your clients? So when it comes to agent attraction, you just take anyone who comes like a spider. It falls in the net. You attack it. You get it. You drag it in. You don't necessarily want it. My 25 had EXP, rev share, insomnia. They like couldn't. I want to recruit. Those are the words I heard. Those are my 25. So the other day, some said I have 25 agents. Didn't work for me. I only have 40 in my group. I'm not getting duplication. I go, how many came to freaking recruit? 3. Okay, you confused activity with accomplishment. Write that down. You didn't sponsor 25. You sponsored 3, and you apply the 80-20 rule. You got nothing. You might get 1. Out of my 25, I got 5. So you had 25 people that really wanted to do it, but only 5. Yes, 25 people join a gym. Who shows up next week? 5. 80-20 rule. The gym is not a non-functional thing. It's weight, and you have to sit there and lift the weight, right? This is the same way. Just because you want to build rev share doesn't mean do it, because you have to do certain things. I'm about to teach you, but I'm going to speed it up, Larry. 5,000 my first month. The next month, December, I sponsored 5 more, dumped in a few more sales. Not a great month. December for sales, typically. People check out around the 20th and don't come back till the second week in January. But my first check was 1,900 for anyways, I'm going to confuse you. The next check was $5,000. The next check was $10,000. And my fourth check was $27,000. So if you will listen close, I'm going to tell you what I did, and you could say, I'm going to do half, I'm going to do a quarter, I'll do a third, I'll do 2/3, I'm going to freaking do more. I'm going to do more than Brent Gove, that little sucker, and I'll help you do it. I'll help you do it. Then beat my record. I'm competitive. I was the first person to sponsor 40 in the history of the company. I was the first person to unlock 7 levels in the history of the company. I did it in 10 months. I got to 40 on my front line, selling a home every 6 months. Not just 40 sponsored, 40 who sell. Remember the buy box? They have to sell 10 homes a year. I don't talk to them. Why is that important? Not just because they all cap. That's why my rev share like this. Everybody was
because they came in and they were all producing from day one, right? People have people in their group and they're like, oh, I'm not getting anything because there's no production. Right? Their buy box was different.
Yes. And people says, well, if nobody produces, nobody gets paid. Remember, mine are all selling 10 homes a year automatically. I'd have to teach them how to sell 10. And my pitch is, I'll teach you how to go to 20, and I'll teach you how to go to 40. I said, I'm going to teach you how to go from 40 to 30. I'm going to teach you how to go from 80 to 60. I'm going to teach you how to sell less and make more. That's my pitch. Is EXP, where the pros go to sell less. We don't go to grow. We go, come on. It's like, think about it. The company loves it. Let's just try to get bigger, 100,000, 120, let's go to $250,000. And what will change your life is that. So it was 27,000 a month, my fourth check, and it bounced between that and 34,000 a month the first year. The first year I made $286,000. Like, that's not that great. We're big shot real estate agents from Newport Beach or Orange County or West Palm Beach, Florida, wherever you are, Manhattan. The next year it was almost $1.3 million. I added $1 million to it because what I had built wasn't 286 a year. It was $1.3 million. It just showed up the next year. There's a 60, 90, 120 day lag to what you're doing. And this is
Yeah.
built with momentum. Everything is easier with momentum. You suffer because you have momentum. Larry, I'm going to let you say one thing. I want to say this. Seneca noticed it thousands of years ago, the famous Greek philosopher, I think he was Greek or Roman or whatever. But he said this. He said, it is not because things are difficult that you do not try. It's because you do not try that things are difficult. And so,
Mhm.
and you're like, well, I'm trying. No, you're not. It's a hobby. You have a hobby. And
Yeah.
hobbies cost you money. If you treat revenue, get the t-shirt. I'm treating revenue share like a business. I have a plan. I don't do it off my feelings. Failures operate off their feelings until you can learn to harness them and catch them and be winning your sales. But I don't feel like doing it today. Well, boo-hoo. You sound like a child. I don't want to mow the lawn, Dad. I don't want to clean my room. Okay, well, it's part of growing up, son. Go mow the lawn, clean your room. I love you. Clean the room. Anyway, so we're like big kids. It's hilarious. So, and then I'll speed up. I'll go real quick. So $1.3 million the second year, the third year, 3.5 million. This is boring. The fourth year, 5.2 million. The fifth year, 7.3 million. The sixth year, 9 million. And it just went. And then the last 4 years, revenue shares have been cut in half in North America. Revenue, sales. You guys all know that, right? Worst
Yeah.
market 40 years. My income's been cut in half. It's revenue share, just full disclosure. Oh no, are you okay? I make millions and millions and millions and millions. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm gonna be okay. Okay, just not like twice that, but it's still really good. I could go anywhere in the world, do whatever I want, and it's beautiful because you get little bits and pieces. You could have 1% of 100 man's efforts or 100% of your own. You've been having 100% of your own long enough. So you just set aside some time. I set aside 1 hour a day and did this. You have time. I had 18 to 28 active listings. I went on 1 or 2 listing appointments every day. 18 to 28 active. I had stuff, and that means I had 18 to 28 employers. 18 to 28 listings is 18 to 28 employers. What do you do to sell my house? The flyers are out. Someone left the back door open. They freak out. Where's my cat? And you have to deal with that, right? You just know what I'm talking about. So that's my rev share story. That was a really long answer to Larry's short question. I'm sorry, Larry.
Hey, no, you're
The
totally
coffee's
good, man.
kicking in.
Cheers. And this is what we're here for. And it's really interesting that you say, oh, this story is boring because
Oh,
everybody
what?
else.
Let me take a time out real quick. Let me take a time out. Some of you have somebody that should be right here in your group, like that one key agent. Text them right now and send them this link and say, get on the Zoom right now because I'm about to spill the beans on how I did it. So if you have, grab your phone, just invite. And by the way, someone did this the other day. And I went, oh, he's right. It was so good. I invited over 50 people myself. I just cut paste, just and I watched my people just pop it on. I watched them just go, and it was me because my number one skill when they do the Myers-Briggs, my number one thing I test out on is not rocket scientist. I know, shocker. It's not banker, accountant. It's not analytical scales, say skills. It's one thing promoter. I'm a promoter. I went to the best restaurant last night. I saw the best movie. That is a gift. That is my gift. But trust me, I couldn't get into my own building. I'm a snowball going down a Swiss Alp, but I got people for that. You hire people that love you. Like this man, I told him if he wants to leave, wave at him, Rob. You over there, just wave. There's Rob over there. I said he let me into the building. I said seriously, if you're going to leave, tell me I'll double your pay. And I pay him a freaking fortune right now. That's how much I love him. I said that. Did you say that, Renfro? Mm-hmm. He's an incredible human being. He just goes, yeah, baby. But I let him go to Hawaii, the Caribbean, whatever he wants, time off. But he is amazing. So you can get people to help you where you're weak. And he is 1,000 times better than me in every way possible. I'm good at one thing. Freaking
Yeah.
being excited and promoting. You go, you have got to listen to me. Okay, Gove. So you guys are freaking boring. That's why you go to open house, you don't convince. And I love you. You're not all boring, but I'm trying to get you. I'm trying to reach to the Zoom channel. Get you. You're boring. Stop it. Tell people you're excited. tell him, you got to see this. Well, I heard, no, you heard wrong. You have to see this. That's what I did. Well, I don't know if I could do that. Well, I don't know if it'll work for you. But do it your style. You don't, and that's not true. There's a lot of people who aren't like me. Glenn is not like me at all. Glenn, I said, Glenn, and I'll give it back to you, Larry. Glenn, what's the one thing I could change for you is don't be passionate with me. Don't bring that whatever. This be calm with me. Glenn can't handle it. It's like a turtle. Back in the shell he goes. So, but Glenn, hey Glenn, how you doing today? Because I'm emotional, I can adjust my personality for the person. But when I'm promoting EXP, baby, look out. And well, doesn't that reject some people? Yep. And they don't tend to build. The ones who got fire in their veins and go, yeah, okay. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't know. Okay, back to you, Larry. Go ahead.
Okay, beautiful. And I want to applaud all of you guys because we just like within the last 5 minutes, we probably had an extra 6 to 8 people kind of jump on. So I want to applaud you for sending out like, hey, get on this call, right? Because here's the thing, Brent's getting ready to lay it out. And then we're going to wrap this up because our group, guys, has went from 609 agents to 812 in the last 7 months. The fastest growth we have ever had, like as an organization. And with what Brent's going to tell you, I have an entire apprentice program laid out, like for those that want to do it. Like you don't have to do this shit on your own. Like literally all you have to do is invite, like we're hosting a live, like, so we're going to lay this stuff out for you. If this is something that is part of your business plan. And like Brent, tell me one investment that you've made more on than revenue share.
Nothing. We have millions of dollars in investments, and they're like little slugs. Storage units, multifamily, residential, and they're great, but they're like there's you can't even compare it.
Yeah, you can't. Like I used to own 26 homes free and clear. The biggest headache I've ever had in my entire life. Like I was on a call every single Friday with my property manager that I was paying to manage the property. And all I was doing was managing somebody like to manage my properties at that point. I was still doing the damn work at that point in time. So we got a question. How many people are in your group now? So you've been passionate since 2016 on this.
Yep.
How many people are in your group now?
I have over 40,000 in the Brent Gove organization, over 40,000, about half of EXP, but in my 7 levels, because I consider people on my level 8, 9, 10, 11, they're a part of my group, because the ones on level 12, motivate the ones on levels 4, 5, 6, and 7, they're in their 7 levels, right? 10, 11, 12. So I help everyone, everyone, you don't have to be in my group. I'm going to help you. A rising tide rises all ships, but over 40,000 organization and coming up on 19,000 in the 7 levels.
Wow. Congratulations on that.
Thank
Congratulations.
you.
So let's break this down. Like somebody wants to duplicate what they do, roll out the game plan for them. Like,
okay,
let's how to do it.
I want you to put a pin in that thought for about 5 minutes. I need to do something first. Is it okay?
Go for it.
So we're going to send this to you, Larry, if you don't have, I'm sorry. I got to share my screen.
Oh, hold on. I gotta unlock you here. Hold on one second.
And while I have a plan, Rob's looking at
you,
me like,
you are good. You're unlocked.
So Larry, what is your email? Rob's going to share with you what I'm about to show you. So Larry, what's your email? He's listening.
LarryMFWhite@gmail.com.
MF. That's funny. What's that stand for?
That was my alter ego. I was sitting in Tony Robbins, and I was with you when you went to your first Tony Robbins, because I remember the meditation. You're like, I don't know if this is for me, right?
Yeah,
like
I don't do the Buddhist stuff. I left the building. I love Tony. I leave the building for the Buddhist Dr. Chow thing. And if you're into it, good for you. Not me. I went out and worshiped Jesus in the hallway. All right. So anyways,
that was my alter ego. Like when things had to get done, like who was that alter ego that you tapped into? And that was Larry MF White that was created back in 2015.
I love it. I love it. I love it. What was mine? I think if I remember correctly, it was Russell Crowe, Gladiator, I think I had some name along those things. All right. So, okay. So where are we? Oh, you got his email. You're going to send him the slides.
What are you sending? I didn't know.
We're going to send him the 7 levels that we designed and the 5-year plan that we designed. And we're going to send him the old-fashioned revenue share calculator that I'm going to get Glenn to change to, because the new one's convoluted and crazy and hard to work. Did I say my outside voice said that? Oh, whoops. Anyway, so we're gonna make the rev share calculator better. All right, the old one was the bomb. So here, I don't know. Oh, I got to share. That's why you guys.
You can share now. Yeah.
All right, share. Okay, let's go. So every day I'm showing this to people. I don't know what you do every day, but I would hope you are doing this every day, right here. Boom. So this is what I mean, I'm show this all day long. I probably showed this 5 times yesterday. I don't know what you guys do. This is like my world. Like show this to people. Camp out on the slide. EXP is a slide. It's terrible. It's got like 1.8%, 0.75%. I'm like, I remember thinking I get 50% on my agents. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. Don't put the percentages. It will screw them up. So I go up to 1,400 if they cap. It's 1,400. If they do half cap, it's 700. It's up to 1,400. Okay. So I'll let Nathan in. I'm co-host. I get to let people in now. This is fun. Right. So everybody, it's unlimited. You can sponsor 10 people, you get 14,000 a year. You sponsor 20 people, you get 28,000 a year. Remember, they sell 10 for me. That was actual those numbers because I was sponsoring 10 or more. They all capped. And you're like, oh, that's hard. No, it's not. I'm going to teach you how to do it. And then everyone on tier 2, you get paid more on. You actually get paid more to help people recruit people. So when they recruit, you get 1,600 on unlimited. If you have 30 people there, it's 30 times 1,600. You have 100 people there, it's 160,000 a year. I think I have like 288 there. And then here, everyone they tell you get 1,000. So if you have 200 people there, how much you make a year on your 3rd level? 200,000 a year on one of your 7 levels. 200,000 a year. Well, is that really going to happen? I've had it happen for so many people. I couldn't even count. And so then 6, then 4, then 1,000, then 2. This is what's paid out. By the way, everyone's like, where do they get the money to pay revenue share? 16,000 comes in. Half goes to EXP to run their company, make a profit, be the billion company they are, $1 billion company they are. The other half goes to you, goes to us. And so you qualify it this way. You don't have to qualify for the first 3 levels, but level 4, you have to sponsor 5 people to get paid on level 4. That's it. Who sell 1 home every 6 months. Pretty easy. And then if you have, a lot of people there, why is it less in the middle? Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys where. Are you ready? Listen close. I don't know. All right, next. Okay, so you get to 10. You sponsor 10 on, and by the way, you add up these numbers, it's 8,000. What's half of 16,000? 8. This is where the money comes from. It comes from the 8 that gets set aside for revenue share. This is 3,000. There's 1,000. That's 4, 5. This is 66 plus 1,400 is $8,000. This is the 8,000. This is where revenue share comes from. You guys, some of you have never seen the slide. Larry's going to give it to you. Don't get a screenshot. Get the real thing. And if you sponsor 15 in Lux level 6, you get unlimited amount of people there. And if you sponsor 30, you get level 7 up to 2,000 per capper. So let's just take a look at my levels just to show you what's happened. And I have lots of people like have just so way more than you're even thinking. So I'm going to go here. I don't even know what it's going to say. I haven't looked it up. It's pulling up right now. So let's go there. Level 1, how many people have I sponsored? 88 agents, right? Level 2, what do I got? 521. Oh, I told you 286, actually 521. How about level 3? Remember, so there's level 3.
1195, yeah.
And then 23, 27, 57, hike, or 51. I can't read. 55. 5,500 agents on level 7. Look at level 7. It compounds. You tell people, you tell 10, and if they each tell 10 and next year, you have 100. Level 2 is 100. It compounds. If they all tell 3, you have 300 on level 3. Then they all tell 2, you have 600. It compounds. You want the money on level 6 and 7. You want it there. By the way, Real doesn't have a level 6 and 7. We make a fortune. You will make. Real says their thing is, well, you'll never get there. Oh, so I'm going to fail. Thanks for the vote of confidence. By the way, if you get to 2,000 or 3,000 people, guess what's on level 6? More. What's on level 7? More. 57% of my agents are on level 6 and 7. It's that way for everybody when their group gets big. In other words, you make half at Real. You lose half your income at Real. It's if you succeed at Real, you've just shot yourself in the foot. People don't get it. Well, we get money up front. You don't want the money in the front. You want the money on the back. And so we'll help you do it. I don't know if I could do it. Can you and Larry do it? Could you, Larry, and me do it? Could you, Larry, Kelly, and Jeff Russell do it? Can we do it together? It's not about you. I had people help me. Sheila helped me. Rob helped me. Gene helped me. I had people help me. I did you call your sponsor 5 times a day? I did. When I got in real estate 30 years ago, my mom's a real estate broker. I called her 7 times a day for 3 months. My mom goes, I'm exhausted. I'm like, God, how could anyone have this many questions? I got questions, man. I got groceries to buy. I got gas. I just gone bankrupt. I have questions. You guys sit in silence. You suffer in silence. Call Tony King, call Russ Laggett, call Sean Murray, call Amy Weaver, reach out to the broker, but be careful who you get your advice from. Like, I won't say which state broker. She said the dumbest thing. And I say dumb things, but she said her advice was terrible. And it was along the idea of agent traction. Like, it could be more wrong. But she's a state broker. You listen to it, you think they know what they're talking about. Be very careful who you take your advice from. Okay, so remember these numbers. Let's pull this down. I spent some time on this, and I'll tell you why I'm spending time on it right now with you guys, because some of you are like, oh, I never really understood where the $8,000 comes from. Let me see right here. Can you guys still see my screen?
Yes, sir.
So here's the 5-year plan, or we call it example. But we have an exit strategy for 5 years. Let's say you sponsor 10, you get 1,400 an agent, that's 14 grand. Then you help them each tell 10. Remember, if you're doing the buy box, agents who sell 10 homes a year have friends. Agents who don't have sell are in proximity with other agents who don't sell. That's why they don't sell. Agents who sell have friends who sell. So when you tell people who sell 10 homes a year, they tell their friends who sell 10, 12, and 10's the minimum. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. They tell people who tell people, and they've got confidence. You don't have to train them on real estate. You don't have to tell them about a counteroffer, an addendum. Let's go build. I said, I will teach you nothing about real estate. Go to Mike Ferry, Tom Ferry, Brian Buffini, go to stuff. You can learn this place, go wherever. There's a million people, John Cheplack, Bill Pipes. They'll teach you about real estate. I'm going to teach you about how to have freedom. And so it's just, if you help those 10 tell 10 next year, you tell 10 this year, next year they all tell 10. How many do you have on your tier 2 next year? 100 times 1,600 agent, that's 160 plus your report. It's 174,000 a year. I was 51 years old when I got an EXP. I'm 60 now. I didn't have 174,000 a year positive cash flow from all the homes I owned, from all the stock, and we had stuff. Nothing. We're talking positive net cash flow after it's all done and said. I didn't have it. And I go, I think I could do this in 2 years. I told 10 who were motivated. They were excited. They had energy. They couldn't sleep. They're thinking about recruiting. They all told 10 in 100 days. It didn't take me 2 years. It took me 100 days. In 100 days, I had 100 agents. Because what you focus on expands. Write it down. You're focused on listings. No wonder your rev share ain't working for you. Now, well, Brent, how do you do both? 1 hour a day. I'm going to teach you to do it in 1 hour a day. I did listings every day. All I did was recruit. All I did was sell. All I did was real estate. I had to. I needed the income. I went on listing appointments every day. I managed my 18 to 28 active listings. I had 7, 8, 9 homes in pending all the time. And then I had 6 listing specialists, 12 buyer specialists. They all wanted to sell, sell, sell. None of my team wanted to recruit. Having a team is absolutely not helpful to recruiting. All they do is bitch, moan, and complain. Oh, it wasn't this way at Remax. It wasn't this way at HomeSmart. It wasn't this way at Keller Williams. And because they just want to produce. They're new. They're buying family ski boats. They're remodeling their kitchen. They're buying a new car. That's not who you're looking for. So I did this in 100 days. And this is 174,000 a year, right? I made 286,000 my first year. So if you get the t-shirt, make a t-shirt, time to treat revenue share like a business. Okay, next one. Next year, year 3, you hope each of those 100 agents tell 5, not 10, just 5. You have 100 times 5 is 500. You have 500 on tier 3. Tier 3 takes how much an agent? 1,000 an agent. What I'll do is I'll go back and forth between those. I keep it right here. Let me see, right here. So I'll say, remember, and I'm doing it weird now because I'm doing the Zoom and I'm struggling a little bit here with the Zoom, but I do this in person. Do it in person. Yeah. I don't recruit all over the world. I recruited by people right in Sacramento. Anyways, so it's 1,000 per agent. I go back to it. So if you have 500, and I won't refer to this again because it's kind of wonky the way I'm doing it on the Zoom. Let's see, back up here, come back to me. So this 500 times 1,000, it's 500,000 a year from one level. I have levels that make millions and millions on one level. And so altogether, 500 plus one, that's 674,000 a year. Larry, you had how many properties you owned outright, did you say?
26 free and clear.
How many people, agents in America, own 26 properties free and clear? I would bet you that number if we all answer. I want to see in the chat. Everyone type in the chat. What percentage of agents have 26 properties free and clear in America? I'm actually looking at, I want to see 1%, 10%, 10% of us have 26 properties free and clear. Come on, let me see the chat. I'm not seeing anything in the chat. Must be in a weird spot in the chat. See, I don't even know how
Yeah,
to
because it's firing up. Yeah, people are
Okay,
like,
I don't know how to use chat. I can't see it. It's so funny. I can't see the chat. I hit chat, but I must be like on a side conversation with somebody. And I don't have my glasses on. I'm blind as a bat. You're all blurry, by the way. I won't recognize you in a lineup. Okay, so here's the deal. I bet you it's a tenth of 1%. It's a very small number. So Larry has something that most everybody would want to have. 26 home, probably free and clear. That's pretty. I'm gonna use the 80s word. Okay. Ladies, cover your ears. If you have children, ask them to leave the room. It's bitching. That's an 80s word. Okay. That's the way we describe. Oh man, that's so bitching. That is bitching. Anyways, I know. Sorry. I'm an 80s child. I was graduated in 84 from high school. Anyways, so Larry, did you clear 674,000 a year net profit after all your headaches?
I didn't clear 100,000.
That's 26 properties because you have to repair the air conditioner, the roofer. I know because I have them too. You have to. I have a property in the Caribbean, and we lost the remotes to my hurricane shutters, and I just left them up. I've been here for 5 years. I'm seeing a hurricane. We haven't had a hurricane in 5 years. It's so overrated. And so those remotes will turn up. So a year went by. Never found them. So I finally called the hurricane shutter company. Come over, give me some new remotes. Charge me $300-400. I can't find them. I took them out of where they're supposed to be to get batteries. They're like, oh, when's the last time you moved those things? I go, a year ago. They go, oh, I guarantee you this with the salt, they're all seized. All the motors seized. It was thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to repair. This is how it goes when you own property. The sewer, you got to replay the sewer line to the street. Stuff happens. Not 100,000. This is huge. You guys, this is so easy to do if you do what I'm about to show you to do. Now, let me get rid of that. Larry will give you the slides. Use these slides. Let's see. So you can still see my screen. I'm going to show you something that takes 3 minutes. I need you guys to watch. I'm begging you. Whatever you're doing, if you're doing something else right now, please watch the next 3 minutes and 48 seconds. This will change your life. And it's the old revenue share calculator. It's got old numbers. The home prices I put in there to create the revenue is $275,000 a house. And I get it in Ohio, in Oklahoma, that's actually probably a good price point. But for the rest of the country, our average price point is what? 400, 500,000, whatever. So it's hard to find homes at 275. So I'm going 275 nationwide, coast to coast. So what I'm about to show you is super conservative. Here we go. Please watch closely. It's 3 minutes and 40. Then I'm going to give you the plan.
Okay.
Let's see. Let me back this up. Guys ready? This is it. I really need everyone to watch. Here we go.
Click on revenue share calculator. So what this is going to do is show you how revenue share does. Break it down. This is the part you got to watch. It just blew me away. So we're not a franchise. We're a national company. And according to NAR, the National Association of Realtors, the average agent sells 6 homes a year. I've been talking about agents who sell 8 to 10. We're going to bring it back to agents who just sell 6 homes a year. What would happen? And according to NAR, the average sales price coast to coast is $275. The average commission is 2.5, sadly enough. I know I get 3.5 on all my listings. Some of you get 3. You'll make more. Some of you are a higher sales price. I'm like at 475. So, and I sell way more than 6, and I'm sure a bunch of you too. Again, it'll just be better. I'm dialing this back. I'm being conservative. So let's say the first year, just play along with me here. How many agents could you personally introduce to EXP? Could you do 5? I'm going to give you a 5-year plan, kind of like a 401k for real estate and an exit strategy. Not that you have to exit real estate, but how would you like not to have to work as hard as you've been working for all these years? So could you introduce 5 this year, and could you do that each year for 5 years? If so, at the end of 5 years, you will have referred 25 people to EXP. And in my example, I'm going to say who average 6 sales a year at 275 at a 2.5 commission. And then how many people do you think those agents get introduced over the next 5 years? What if they did one a year for 5 years? That'd be 5 in a 5-year period. And then the agents stay till even less, 3 in a 5-year period. The agents stay till even less, 2 in a 5-year period. That's like one person every 2.5 years. I'm really kind of dialing this back because you told 25, 20 unlocks level 5 and 25 gets you to level 6. However, you do not get paid on level 7. You must refer 40. You only did 25, so you're not going to be paid on level 6. So what this calculator does is it shows you your annual income, not one-time income, but your annual income with EXP through revenue sharing once you complete the above picture. Now people are like, what was the above picture? You personally referred 25 agents to EXP. Now I did 12 in my first 2 weeks. This is not hard to do. But 25 people to EXP in the next 5 years who average 6 sales a year, and they tell some of their friends, who tell some of their friends, it kind of compounds and accumulates out. Okay, and I always ask people, what do you think it'll be? And they're like, well, I don't know, like 80,000 a year, 180,000 a year. And one guy's kind of a math guy. He's, oh, no, it's going to compound. It's closer to 280, over $250,000. Well, here it is, and I promise you this is not broken. It's $2.1 million a year is your annual income 5 years from now with EXP revenue sharing once you complete the above picture, which is right here. What is this? Can you refer, if you want to make 2.1 million a year outside of sales, because now you're not just a salesperson, you're building a real estate company with EXP, with me, with the person who invited you here. So could you have 25 people? There's 2 million out there. Could you find 25 who average 6 sales a year, not a month, a year at 275? Could you find those people? But then they tell some people who tell some people, tell some people. I went and did 25 in 3.5 months. I already have people that have done 5, 10, 15, 20, 23, 24. We haven't even plugged in any of those kind of numbers here. You did the lion's share of the work. Nobody did anything like this. And there's your income, 2.1 million a year. Now, I was showing this to a friend of mine. He's like, hey, could you change that to 15? I go, sure, why? He goes, well, I'm not as outgoing as you, but I think I could tell 3 people this year. And if I did that each year for 5 years, I could refer 15 years. I think.
Yeah, I'm going to have to tease you there for the sake of time. There's 2 more illustrations, and they're incredible, but I cannot show them to you for the sake of time because we're up against a hard stop. I have another meeting in 6.5 minutes. So here's the plan. Here's what I did. And it's up to you if you want to do it. I had 5 children. We adopted 3 when I got an EXP. Some friends of ours passed away tragically. It's been 10 years now. And since their parents tracked away, so we had twin 13-year-olds and a 15-year-old that were in trauma. And we cried every single day for 2 years. That's what I did when I joined EXP, bawled with the kids. It was horrible. And so, but it's great. The kids are doing great now. It's so good. They're like this with my kids. So I had 8 kids. I had an 18 agent team. I have 18 to 28 active listings. I have 6 buyers, 6 listing specialists, 12 buyer specialists. I have employees. I'm like, where do I find the time to do this? And you know what? I was like, I'll find the time. Busy people get stuff done. I go, you know what I could do? I could meet somebody. I don't have a cup of coffee, so I will improvise. I met someone for a cup of coffee every morning. It does look like a little mug. I met him for a cup of coffee every morning at 7:30. Could you have coffee with the human being? Stop thinking real estate agent. Stop it. We said they have to sell 10 homes a year. I know I did. But I also want you to talk to pharmaceutical sales reps. I want you to talk to home warranty people with good energy. I want you to talk to home inspectors and photographers and stagers. I want you to talk to the manager of Nordstrom. See, I sponsored people that were software designers. I sponsored people who ran body shops for 40 years. And these people are retired. They're fully retired. You don't even know them. They travel the world. They live in Montana and California. They have do billions in sales. And they know nothing about real estate. So you guys, someone told you, well, you need to go be successful first. If you're going to recruit people, then they respect you. What a bunch of pooey that is. That's ridiculous. I cut my volume in half. I sold 60 homes the year before I joined EXP. The year I joined EXP, 30. I did it on purpose. And Remax used it against me. Look, EXP's bad. Look at his production. And they threw it in my face. I didn't like it. But guess what? I had 800 agents at the end of my first year. At the end of my second year, I had 3,500.
Wow.
Let's go. So how'd I do it? I need you to get this. Back to my little thing. Coffee every morning at 7:30. I can't do, can you do 6:30? People meet, I met with people at 6:30 all the time. And then what about people at 8? Well, I can't do 6. I got the kids. I can maybe do 8:30 or 9. Good. I'll see you at 8:30 or 9. I started my day with a cup of coffee and agent Monday through Thursday. Why didn't you do Friday? I golf on Friday. I got priorities. Golfing is a massive priority in my life for my sanity. I changed a little white ball around. I found the ball. I found it like a little child finding an Easter egg. Oh my God, it's right here. It's my ball. Look, it's got my mark on it. Oh, yay. Anyway, so I did that. What do you do? I hope you fly fish. I hope you hunt. I hope you hike. I hope you organic garden. I don't know what you do, but take a day off. I beg you, do not work 7 days a week. So I didn't do it on Fridays. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And that's for people cancel me or replace them. They cancel me or replace them. I don't miss. You don't miss. Well, what do I say to them? I'll tell you in a second, but here's how you did that. And then some people like, I just mornings are bad. So I set aside Tuesdays and Thursdays for lunch, and I would meet people. So this is really important to get. Where did I meet them? Mortgage companies and title companies in their glass conference rooms, because I have a beautiful glass conference room back there. It's stunning, just like the mortgage and the title companies. At a coffee shop and a restaurant, people are coming. The waitress, the waiter, the fellow employees from Compass show up. Their broker walks in from Remax. I've seen it happen. It's like the Kiss scam at Coldplay. Oh my God, they fall down. I've seen it happen. Oh, my broker here, my broker's here. Oh my God. I'm like, it's happened to me. So I learned to quit doing stupid coffee shop. Plus, I can't watch the video. I show the model explain. That's what I do. Well, I don't think it's that good. Ours was horrible. It was an hour and 10 minutes long. Here's a bagel. Is it almost over? It's almost over. Here, drink, eat. Well, how much longer is it? Look, if you're bored, I'll turn it off. No, it's okay. And they're watching, and all of a sudden they start getting them. And then I showed it 24. If you're showing it Monday through Thursday at 7:30 and Tuesday and Thursday at lunch, how many times a week am I showing it? 6 times 4 weeks is what? 24. Occasionally a 5-week month, 30. I'm showing it 24 to 30 times a month. 24 to 30, I sponsored 5. 24 to 30, sponsored 5. Why didn't the other 19 to 25 do it? I don't know. I don't care. I'm looking for people whose gates are open. People, and they all had good energy. They were all selling. They were all good. Why didn't they do it? Stop asking that. Get excited with the ones who did do it. Focus on the yeses, obsess after the yes. And then you support those people, you get in there. And then I did real estate the rest of the day, And I put my people in front of people every day. Not, hey, I'll see you next week. No, it's later today or tomorrow morning, later today or tomorrow morning, later today. And then for tomorrow morning, hey, you got to meet someone. You got 5 minutes. You got to meet Larry White. He's freaking amazing. I love him. This guy's changing my life. And then got to meet Sheila. Got to meet Rob. Got to meet Gene. And there's a sense of urgency. Got to meet Amy. Got to meet Tony King. Got to meet Russ Lagan. Sense of urgency. And so this is what I did. And I sponsored 5 people a month for 5 months. I put 25 on my front line who wanted to recruit, who were dreaming about recruiting, who had EXP insomnia. They were freaking excited. And my business exploded and became the largest revenue share organization the company's ever had. And I'm paid more than anyone's ever been paid. And it's not yay me. I'm not saying that about me. This is my plan. And you're welcome to copy it. Well, what do I say to people? Figure it out. I said to people, look, Larry, I know you're at Compass. We've been friends a long time. I know you know about EXP. Let me ask you a question, Larry. What do you really know about? I mean, at a deep level. Tell you the truth, I don't know much. I mean, Compass says it sucks. It's a pyramid, blah, 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 blah. Or my sales manager says there's just a bunch of recruiters and your production will drop. I mean, Brent Gove's production went from 60 to 30, Larry. Blah, blah, blah. I go, Larry, that's because I make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year now. I don't have to sell so hard. How'd you like not to have to sell so hard, Larry? Larry, here's what I'm going to ask. And you guys are going to say this. I want you to take a look at this. I go, well, Brent, you just kind of want to get me in. Be honest. I said, Larry, listen to me. I forbid you to ever come to EXP. You guys got to learn this line. I say to people, you're not allowed to leave Remax. Stay there for the next 30 freaking years. I want your opinion. I'm super excited. I'm going to put time, effort, energy, and money into this. And you're brilliant. If you're not doing it, there must be a reason. And I really want to hear your opinion. Oh, let me give you my opinion. No. I want to meet you next week for coffee. I want you to see what I've seen. See, I don't know what goofy person you met or where you're getting your information from, but I want to know that you see what I've seen. Then I want to get you your information. I have a short, brilliant video. Now you use whatever video you want. I've always used the modelexplain.com. It was Rob Flick. Then Rob retired, so I had to make one. So now it's me. But if you have one you like better, show that. But I showed it. And I watch it for me, and I show the revenue share calculator. I'm looking for their head to snap when they say 2.1 million and they do this. Like during the video, I was leaning forward watching you guys. Anyways, it's 9 o'clock. I have to go. And I know we did a lot of lead into this. If you want to get into more details, I'd be happy to come back in 2 or 3 weeks and do another one of these and actually get into some nitty gritty what to say. But I can't tell you how many times I go, look, you're not allowed to leave Coldwell Banker. Stay at Coldwell Banker. Now can we just meet? And it was game, set, match. It freaking blew JetBlue. Then they would let their guard, okay, yeah, fine. If I'm not allowed to leave Coldwell Banker, I'll look. Can't hurt. And then I watch them, 2.1 million a year. They're, what? Replay that part. Gee, I don't know what you guys are saying. Oh, our luxury's great. Our commercial's great. Our 80-20 split. And they come for the cap. They come for the culture. They come. Those are not the reasons you want them to come. And just give them away in your group. I turned away a woman. I'll end with this. I turned away a woman selling 55 homes a year at 600,000 a house 9 years ago when I first came. Her name was Lucy, Keller Williams. She goes, I love the Icon program. I can pay in 16, get it back. My cost basis go to zero. EXP is cool. Should I leave Keller Williams? I'm like, you don't want to recruit? She goes, oh no, I'm not talking to anybody. I'm going to recruit. I am nope. I just, okay. No, stay at Keller Williams. You're leaving Keller for 16 grand? That's a stay. And she did. She never came. I mean, Glenn would roll over in his grave right now. But I'm just telling you, I was that hardcore about my buy box. My buy box after recruit. That's why I have this massive business. And I want to thank God in front of all of you publicly. The Lord bless me. I'm not going to take all the credit. But I did do some smart things and listen to people on the way. And Larry's an incredible leader. I respect him and love him. And I'll come back if you want me back to kind of get into some more details of that part. So that's it. I'm done.
Beautiful. Thank you so
brother.
much for your time. I know that you have another call. Guys, hang on for just a couple of minutes. I'll tell you like what we're doing as a group. Brent, thank you so much, brother, for all you do.
Thank you.
In our circle,
bye, everybody.
all you're putting on and stuff there, man. I appreciate you.
You bet. We'll see you guys. Bye-bye.
All right. Guys, so that is Brent Gove. And obviously, he has a lot of energy and he brings it like that every single day. He is passionate about this because it has changed his life and it has changed so many other people's lives. Now, with all of that being said, like our group has grown 30% in the last 7 months, which is mind blowing. We didn't go from 10 agents to 13 agents. We went from 600 agents to 800 agents. Like that is a huge jump. And like I see some of the people on here, like this isn't like brand new, like we have some new agents and stuff, but we are bringing on some huge players because we're adding massive value. Right now, I will send everybody that wants it, the documents and everything that Brent talked about and stuff today. But two, we have an apprentice program that I'm working with about 30 or 40 of you guys with right now, where I don't need you guys to learn EXP. I don't need you to do this. Literally, this is the easiest button I have found to help people grow. I see Amanda Barber here. We've been working together for 6 weeks now. She was at EXP for 4 years. She had one person. She has brought on over an agent a week since she started. She has 6 people that has joined. She has another 4 or 5 in the pipeline. And all she's doing is we're inviting 5 people a day to a live webinar that talks about how we can deliver 2 to 6 registered buyer leads a day to agents pipeline, because that's not happening anywhere else in the business. Agents are struggling right now. We're coming with a solution with our funnel pilot system, and then we start stacking on the REO side of things, and there's a little bit more to it. And if you want this to be a part of your business, I will help you guys do it, but I'm also going to hold you accountable to some standards that we have in our group, because if you don't hit those standards, you're not going to get the results that you want. And then you're going to be like, oh, well, it didn't really work at that point in time. No, it wasn't that it didn't work. It's that we didn't work, right? That we didn't work the system. I can tell you, I see Lawrence King, I see Joseph Limo, everybody that is on that platform, the apprentice program, it's working. So 2 things. If you're interested, if you want Brent Gove's slides, I'm going to put my email address in here. If you want to talk more about the apprentice program, I want you guys to email me and say, Larry, look, can you send me a copy of those slides? And I want to hear more about what are the accountability items for the apprentice program, because I want to make sure that we have a clear expectation, as all of you guys should. If you guys are building a group or a team, before you bring somebody onto your team, you should set the expectation. Are they showing up on your morning huddle? What's the timeline? What's the minimum amount of contacts to reach out to a buyer or a seller lead, etc.? right? You should have this SOP, this process that everybody should follow, because when you follow that process, you can start to predict the results that are in your business. That's what I want for all of you guys. I want you guys to have predictability in this. And I've been able to help people that have never recruited, because this is where you can get me involved. And I will start stacking the value proposition. I've coached and trained for Tom Ferry. I've done over 300 homes a year myself. Like I can teach people where to increase, where they're faltering in their business. And like most other brokers can't even do that, right? Because they haven't been in production in 20 years or anything like that. So that's the thing. My email address is in there. I appreciate you guys being on. I hope you guys got massive value out of this. I am late for my own accountability call with my coach right now. So I do have to run, but I appreciate you guys so much. Call, text, email me if you guys need anything. Shoot me an email if you want the slides, if you want more information on the apprentice program. And I will talk to you soon, guys. Have a great day.